So I'm guessing this is what they meant with red and blue pill. Anyway, hey everybody, this is a late night-ish looking edition of Retrokid Reviews, doing a retro react to The Matrix Resurrections. But before we get to that, I want to do a little bit of house cleaning and very hearty congratulations to Philip DeFranco, who apparently, as of his new video, just celebrated 15 years of being on this platform that we call YouTube these days. And with that, and myself and everyone on just the entire YouTube space, I personally say thank you for everything you have done. You are basically an inspiration to basically, in my case, talk shit about movies and TV, but in your case, talk shit about movies, TV, celebrities, and mostly to the news. Yeah, again, his congratulations video pretty much speaks for itself. Basically, a lot bigger people than me have basically been doing their congratulation videos, down to even Casey Neistat. Any Eagle Eye viewers want to know how crazy that guy was? Have fun Google searching. I ain't gonna be like that today. But in all seriousness, I want to say thank you to Phil for basically doing what many of us thought it was impossible to do with this kind of platform 15 years on. And a lot of digs into Mercury and most of the Critical Role. And for any fun facts, I might actually do a real Nerf Red Hood review of, I think, a Stephanie Brown Batgirl fan film she was in way back in the day. I know she's bigger than that now, and honestly, I think she should be casted as, I guess, anyone in the Batman at this point, since, you know, Titan Season 3 is pretty bad with their Oracle, which was just a stand-in for Brother Eye. Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to the back half of the season later on. I'll probably shotgun a bunch of episodes that I hope isn't as bad as that, but knowing Titans is going to be like that. Anyway, plugging other stuff aside to Phil, thank you for everything you do. So with that all being said, let's get to my thoughts of Matrix just in general. Full disclaimer, I used to be in the camp that used to hate the sequels, but Patrick H. Willems' video essay trying to rewrite the sequels showed that there is some merit and there is some cool stuff about it. Also, before we get to the trailer react itself, I also highly recommend Mr. Sunday Movies with their Caravan of Garbage of the entire Matrix trilogy, and actually sitting through most of the games. They didn't do the Enter the Matrix, they definitely do Path of Neo. Also, I highly also recommend, I know this is the more recommendation part of this channel if I'm chaptering it now, sorry, but Kind of Funny did their react almost to the day last week, on just a bunch of lore and stuff that I'll talk later on after the react. So with that said, if anyone who saw my short, I did see both the red and blue versions of the teaser, so much so that I forgot to mention that they have 180,000 combinations of basically more scenes of the trailer. Yeah, Lana Wachowski has definitely done her homework. And my biggest concern is why wasn't her sister, one half of the now trans women, Wachowskis, are in here. Turns out Lily just retired and just didn't want to be in the business anymore. Nothing drama related. Again, things could come out in the next couple months that could change this story differently. But knowing my I guess feeling and how I'm feeling the story so far, it makes a lot of sense. It's just on the business scale, like they've been burned by a lot of like high concept movies, which I will also get to after this trailer because, wow, Klaus didn't do them any favors. I'm gonna be honest with that. So with that all said, and probably the brightest my room is looking, despite with a lighting. Yeah, can you tell I need LED still? Anyway, let's get to the trailer first, and I'll talk more about the series now. I just had a bit of a sound issue. Sorry. I was trying to make it as YouTube safe as I could before this recording. Okay, restarting. There we go. Oh, got a cap.
Particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me?
This is not my therapy. This is my therapist sessions. Hi, MPH for coming, by the way. Ooh, flashes of the, I think the original series, or is they recreations?
We don't use that word.
Okay, we got blue glasses. That was a very heavily implied thing in most of the Easter eggs. Gonna talk over because, as you can tell, I already saw this movie. It's a trailer one too many times. Oh, okay. What's with the duck? I know it's like a computing code thing. I'll try to explain if I can. Okay, Carrie's here.
Have we met?
And doesn't remember she got her ass handed in that third movie, which I will love. What's with the eyes there, bud? What are you doing, Keanu? You okay? Yeah, we're way more plugged in than the actual Matrix OG-wise. Yeah, just seeing that visual imagery. So, Oracle Asante with this character. I've been meaning to talk about that.
Time to fly.
Okay. Yeah, this is not gonna be more. Hang on. Oh, cool. Oh, wait, backdoors from the sequels? Oh, a little more visually striking than the last time.
It's still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
Love this dojo scene. This is awesome.
You don't know me. No?
Ah, he's still trying to like. Oh, okay. Maybe his powers are still there. Machine factory looking pretty crazy. Human farm. Oh wow, this is good. Asians are back. Holy shit. Deagles. Wait. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna be more confused, and they'll. Wait, did he just get replugged? What the heck? Does Trinity have Neo powers now, or what? Okay, this hallway fight looks pretty sweet. I can't wait to see the full thing when it comes out. Wow, a lot of set designs that remind me of more of the first movie, not really more of the sequels. That might be intentional. And recreating the drop.
To be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Okay, who the hell is this guy? Seriously, is he an agent or what? Is he a new version of Smith or a Merovingian? Yeah. I bet the soundtrack's back, by the way. It still slaps even to this day. I gotta give it that. In theaters and on HBO Max, December 22nd, and yeah, it's still based on creators by the Wachowskis, Lana, can't get that name right, sorry, my bad, really, is written, most of it, David Mitchell and Alexander Hammond is one of the other secondary writers, and yeah, so full director credit is going to be Lana, not both Wachowskis. So, my thoughts on the trailer, not really much. Throughout the action shots I'm seeing here, I'm pulled back on, let me see where exactly so you guys can get an idea. I think all the way at the 2-minute mark, I could have sworn I saw a flash of like, yeah, I'm seeing it here. A shootout at a movie theater, technical room that's mostly showing the first movie. I don't know if that's her, Lana's way of like, oh, everyone's like too meta into like reboots and stuff, and they're trying to deconstruct basically a movie within a movie, but that happened to be the first movie, which I thought was a joke in the Matrix Path of Neo, and I will definitely defend Path of Neo because one, it had the funniest screw it, we'll give you a boss ending. Yeah, Carta, when they were still guys, explaining their whole reason why they wanted the final boss fight. For the sake of their transition and everything, I will not go by their first names when they were their previous sex, due to, I'm pretty sure that's a big no-no in the whole respecting their pronouns kind of game, and I'm going to be like that for now. That also being said, it's just basically the Wachowski is an 8-bit like sprites, just explaining that, yeah, this is too like religious even for us, so we just want to give you this boss fight because it looked pretty cool at the time and was in the writer's room somewhere. So yeah, so as far as the theme for this trailer has been going so far, is that basically Keanu, back now as Neo, is basically trying to misremember or unremember stuff that happened in the original trilogy. The therapy stuff early in the trailer was definitely him trying to go to therapy and basically be honestly force-fed a shitload of blue pills. I know for a fact that this franchise also has a lot of trans allegories after the fact now. I will try to address that when I do my retro reviews for the whole trilogy, so fingers crossed on that. Will you also be seeing me doing a retro react or review of the Animatrix? Not really much. The only two shorts that I actually like to this day is the Flight of Osiris and the kid short stories that honestly should have been in Reloaded all along. Something that Patrick H. Williams also mentioned in his video essay. That also being said, the rest of the trailer is very on the nose and very, like, if you just deconstruct this for, like, a lot of trailers that do trailer explain videos and stuff like that for a movie of this caliber that is the Matrix franchise, is going to be deconstructed and be talked to death. What I want to talk real quick about is mainly the kind of funny side of things. A lot of their core members had a very rich history of the franchise, and a lot of them have been mentioning the Matrix Online. All cards on the table. I have never played the series. I never played the game. The reason why I'm mentioning that Morpheus may look different, and my apologies to the actor in question if I got your name wrong, Yahya Abdul Martin II, my bad in advance if I got your name wrong, is that he may just not be a younger version of Morpheus. He might be a resurrected version or just somebody that took the mantle, because actual Morpheus is not actually listed in the cast, because in The Matrix Online he got assassinated in some plot, and to this day, almost 18 years on, that has stayed canon. So my assumption, and I think most of the internet included, believe that the Matrix Online's storylines and plot lines are still canon, which means there are probably still people who are like Cypherites, basically an entire religion based on Cypher who wanted to stay in the Matrix even though he was in the real world for a whole time. Again, I'll get more into it when I do my retro review for the entire series, especially in the first movie. As for everyone else, the only returning cast member I'm actually interested to see is Daniel Bernhardt. He has been basically Agent Smith and his replacement character, and been for everyone who's been watching my John Wick reviews knows that he's been basically in Keanu's stunt team for almost a couple of decades at this point, probably since Speed. I could be wrong there as far as his early work goes. Jessica Hendrick, I don't know. She's definitely a runner. She's definitely like the human resistance and stuff like that. For most of the action, I am definitely digging. Is a lot of homages to most of the core sequels. Not so much in the first movie, on the beginning half of the trailer, because I guess they wanted to show like how uniquely different has been 20 years on since the ending of the first, or I guess in this case, sixth version of the Human War. Again, when we get to Reloaded, that has way too much lore even for me to describe, and I think 15 minutes is not even enough for me to explain. Let me just say, yeah, I'm in also the camp that realized that that scene has been overly explained to death and has basically turned the architect into basically more meme than guy that actually just dumped the lore right here and there. Again, I will get to it whenever I do my retro reviews for this. Overall, for this trailer, since I don't really have much time, it is definitely worth the watch. It's definitely worth sitting through even the promotional marketing they had leading up to this trailer for what is The Matrix, because they revamped that site for the marketing for this trailer to drop. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that again for the next couple of trailers until December. And me almost going out of breath aside, can you tell I've kind of bottled up 18 years of being a quiet Matrix fan for a moment like this? Again, like I said, as far as microtransactions go, I have only seen 2 out of the 3 movies in theaters, because when it came out in '99, I was still in elementary school. It was PG-13, and Columbine happened. Yes, I'm going to drag that into my retro review, because that is almost 20 years plus overdue to talk about how that almost nearly torpedoed and turned that series even weirder than it should be. Again, it's a small footnote of like a bunch of problems that came after the fact when they come to the first movie. Wish I was kidding. But more of my ramblings aside, what did you think of the Matrix Resurrections trailer? Do you think this is a good beginning of hopefully a new trilogy, and hopefully learns the lessons of the last couple of franchises that want to make their new trilogies and actually want to either A, adhere to the criticisms, especially when it comes to the Matrix with the sequels, or revamp themselves in a way that can actually be pretty good, honestly. I mean, I could hyperbole some definition out of my ass, but this is the Matrix. They are the this is the franchise that made exposition dumps and kung fu and basic wire work and explosions look really good for like almost 90 minutes plus. It's that kind of franchise where I'm walking into, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. After all these years, I'm coming back to the Matrix. This is wild. Again, like I said, I am not the only channel that has overly discussed this. Even Nick64's Rocco has gone way too much into I think, one of the podcasts. I'll probably leave a link down below or in the cards if I still got time. So with that all being said, I am Retrokid Reviews, and I wish I can do that name generator. I think they had when this franchise was young, to see what would have been my character's Matrix name. I guess JDX would kind of count in a weird way, programming wise. I don't know, net writing wise. It's the Matrix. This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be exciting. It's got way too much lore, and honestly, I am here for it. So, content here on my previous video here, shorts playlist here for when I was also talking about the red and blue pill teasers that came out. Shirt here that is very on the nose, because he was definitely doing a Superman thing in this trailer, by the way. To sub to my channel, notification bell down below for when the retro reviews of the Matrix trilogy comes out proper. last time I want to mention this, I'm not going to do Animatrix because, like I said, there's only 2 shorts total I actually like. I'll explain more, hopefully, in the Reloaded review. With that all being said, I am Retrokid Reviews. I am tongue-tied as all hell, and The Matrix kind of does that for you. Even explaining, like, 2% of the lore. It's like that, really.